Hi guys, I'm live. My girlfriend's videotaping me, so I'm nervous. But I got a package in the mail while I was away visiting family, and I'm really excited to open it with you. Hopefully Luong can join soon. Maybe. I don't know. It should be on the Facebook one. In the meantime, I do have some packages here from Mark. He is an artist that I discovered on Instagram that has some really, really good paintings and watercolor of some really, really nice flies, and he fly fishes, so I wanted to introduce him to Tenkara and fix line, and we got to talking, and I ended up sending him some flies and a rod and whatever, like a try before you buy kind of thing. And he ended up painting me one of my fish that I actually caught in North Carolina, Southern Appalachia brook trout. This is Mark Overbay. His studio is called the House of Flowing Water, but this is seriously so pretty. Yeah, this is done with colored pencil. I can't believe it. So thank you so much, Mark, for this. I will treasure this. And then this one I actually commissioned Ryan out of Pittsburgh. He's at RAK art_PGH. This is a phenomenal painting. I had asked for, oh, hello. This is not the art. He had asked for I had asked for a Pride-inspired brook trout watercolor, and he came through amazingly. This is going in a frame for sure. Ryan Keene, thank you so much for this. This is incredible. I know you're going through some hard stuff, and I know you put your blood, sweat, and tears into this, so I appreciate this so much. I will treasure this forever for sure. So I got some pretty cool art that I came home to. Is Luong there or no?
He's watching on Facebook.
He's watching? He's not coming in. That's alright. Well, this was the unboxing I was waiting to do live. So I have my cool brook trout knife, so I'm going to use that to open this puppy up. Good serious tape job. So I met Luong at the Atlanta fly fishing show, and he was the only Tenkara rod company there. I was actually visiting my girlfriend, who's videotaping, but ended up meeting him and talking, and I had mentioned I had never held one of his rods, and I was really excited because I've held a lot of companies' rods before, and American companies. Oh, thank you. And I was a little nervous because it was the price of his rods. They're a little up there, but I understand why. Because they are some quality. I have some 2 pocket ninjas here, which is pretty exciting. But this is what I was waiting to unbox, and I am not disappointed. I was told to test this prototype out. This is the Tanuki Ninja Snow. I saw this. I think he went live maybe last week or the week before. And I saw this, and wow. I have his Snow Ninja, Pocket Ninja. I have this in white. It's actually in my storage unit, but this is the Tanuki Ninja in Snow, and I love I have a black one, but this one with the purple, the smell is, Rachel's laughing, but that's okay. It smells so nice. Real wood. Amazing. This is This is a gorgeous rod. It feels like you're holding nothing in your hand. This is woo. So I know my Tanuki Ninja, the black one that I have, out of commission right now. We had a little mishap, New Hampshire, but that's okay. I know it fishes my Kabari, weightless Kabari Sakasa, or my topwater Kabari flawlessly, and then I'll transition right to my tail tucker nymph that Nate Camp ties, and there's no difference in the cast. It's like you were casting the same thing, and if you need to switch between flies to get deeper or to get on the top of the water, there's nothing like using a Tanuki Ninja. The first rod that I bought from Luong was actually the golden trout rod. It's the 8-foot. No, it's a two-way rod. It's green with beautiful specks on it. I love a good brook trout rod, but I have since purchased several rods, but this one is their prototype. Every rod that I've fished with Tanuki has exceeded my expectations in terms of weight, in terms of casting ability, and I know certain rods can be good for weighted Kabari, flies, whatever, for fixed line fishing, or some are good for your traditional Sakasa Futsu or Jun Kabari, but this rod is like no other rod I fished. Now I ended up getting a rod on eBay, his XL1, and he's telling me that I'm gonna like that one more, but we'll see. So I'm excited to try this Tanuki Snow, because I'm gonna be the cool one on the street.
NorCal wants to know the specs.
The specs. So this is a 350 centimeter rod. I don't really know the other. Designed in California. The specs otherwise, I know you can go onto his website and see it. He has the Tanuki Ninja. I know that the Snow is just the white version of it, but this rod is really well balanced. I'm not too much into like pennies and all that stuff. I know everyone has their own preference. So if you ever want to borrow a rod, no, I'm just kidding. You cannot borrow this one. But if you ever, just reach out to me, talk to me, message me. Don't be shy, because I'm pretty shy. So
Tanuki says 11'6".
11'6", yeah. And even so, I fish the Appalachia. I really, in the beginning of my Tanuki Tenkara fishing, I used to fish with 3-way rods, because I think because I was scared to be under the canopy and stuff. But I've gotten used to shortening up my grip. I have been using the Tanuki 325, and he does make a 275 centimeter. So that's under a 9-foot rod, under a 10-foot rod, and a 10'6" rod. I've been using his 10'6" rod. And just it's soft enough and stiff enough so that I'm not setting the hook up into the canopy. And I fish for so long that I don't want a heavy rod. This rod, literally, I can't until you hold one. Because I didn't hold one for probably, I was fishing consistently Tenkara 2 years. I didn't hold one for a year and a half. Now I'm hooked. So thank you so much, Luong, for everything. For this, I'm gonna test this baby out. I live in South Carolina now, so I'll be fishing for hopefully some red-eye bass.
Luong wants you to extend it out.
I'm supposed to extend this out?
Yeah.
All right. So a little tutorial if you're new to Tenkara or fixed line. Always, this is the Lillian. You're gonna want to make sure you're really careful with any Tenkara rod, because it's obviously really thin. But extend from the furthest segment to the largest. So you're gonna just I mean, we got no girl on the TV, but this is so soft. Woohoo! Helicopter. Yeah, and these rods, it's pretty. The handle is actually not too contoured. It's contoured towards the actual first piece of the rod, the first segment. But I hold my rod up here. I know there's a couple grips you can use, but the way that his rods are designed, I have pretty small hands. I hold my rod like this. You can hold it like this. You can hold it thumb forward. When I get tired, I actually hold my thumb forward. But yeah, this is a nice rod. Especially when you catch a bigger fish, you can use the butt of the rod on your forearm. But yeah, this is a super rod. I can't wait to get outside with it. People are gonna be like, "What are you fishing with?" Just because they're not used to seeing white rods. But this is just how smooth everything is. Yeah, I'm really excited. And to put your rod away, one segment at a time, just in the reverse. I kind of do it like I'm shooting a dart almost. Just a few little taps. Because after you take each segment out, you want to make sure they're snug inside, and that's it. That's how you put your rod away. So, does anyone else have any questions?
We wanted to know how many ounces / grams it is.
Oh, well, we'll be able to answer that.
And Luong is joking, where's the fish at? I'd pretend to be the fish, but I'm too busy filming.
No, this rod is Does you want me to pull it down? I can do it. No? Any other questions that I can answer?
No other questions. Let's see. Ohio Fishing said they were thinking about checking out the Pocket Ninja.
Yeah, I mean, the Pocket Ninja, the 9.6 is out of commission, but this Pocket Ninja that I have right here, this is their most packable. This is the most packable rod that I've fished with that I feel is the most balanced. It's really, really light. My girlfriend and I were long distance for over a year, and I used to travel back and forth with my longer Tenkara rods. I mean, most of them collapse down to maybe 18 inches. This one is, I think, 13. Maybe. No, I think it is 13. Because when I measure my fish, I know that most of them are under this length. But, yeah, this is definitely something I literally slip into my book bag. They never asked me to take it out. But I love how the handle just contours right into the first segment. This one is 11 feet. Comparatively, you can see the collapse difference. So, and I would say most rods collapse into this. But of course, when you're, this rod is only 6 inches actually shorter extended. So these blanks are obviously thinner. But the way that these are made, I fish with several pocket rods. The only ones that truly compare to me are the Japanese made, the Nissan pockets and all that. But this one, I just prefer Luong's customer service too. I feel like I can talk to him, I can ask him questions. He replaces my own broken segments pretty quickly. Yeah, there's nothing to me like a Tanuki rod, so I feel really honored that he trusted me to test his prototype out. So I feel really lucky. Thank you so much, Luong.
And we got an answer on the weight. The snow is 78 grams or 2.8 ounces with the caps.
Yeah. And these caps actually fit pretty snugly in. So, yeah. And I'm a pretty bright and colorful person. I fish in whatever clothing I want to fish in. I know Luong fishes in this bright orange. This is pretty iconic. You see this outside. This is definitely a Tanuki rod because of the bright orange. But I think he sets the standard for Tenkara in America versus other companies. I do have other rods that I won't get rid of just because for nostalgia purposes, and of course, other people can borrow them, which I have loaners out right now, but everyone should know my preference by now.
We want to see the bottom cap too.
The bottom to the pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty heavy too, comparatively, but it's pretty substantial. Yeah. And all your rods should be able to come out, and you should clean your rod after fishing. You don't want to get any gunk in here or anything, so that's something nice. Comes out really nice. There's a little gasket down here. Screws on pretty securely. But yeah, I do have a Unipack. That is one thing I will say. This does slide through the Unipack pretty easily. But it's also so tiny you can put it in your pocket. And every fisherman to me should fish with pockets. Just to have, your knife or whatever. But other than that, that's probably the only flaw of the Tanuki, is not being able to put it in your Unipack. And I'd say that's pretty low in terms of standards for not getting this rod. Because trust me, once you feel this, once you touch this, you're going to be like, oh, what was I using before? Which is what exactly I did. But yeah, I fish probably 2 to 3 days a week, and basically Tanuki is what I fish with. And apparently I'm going to be fishing with this rod, since it's my new testing rod, so there's no more questions?
No more questions.
All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Talk to you later. You good? Did it save?